Speech off.
Hey everybody, it's Beverly at Bama Blonde, and I'm going to give you a close-up real quick of pretty Gretchen. We're sitting in the shadows because it's early morning on the day that we changed daylight savings, and she and I are on a walk. It's really cool out here. It's probably about 40 degrees, and I'm going straight because it's going to be a very short video. Gretchen, forward. Gretchen, forward. This is a really difficult route right here. I try to avoid it like the plague. I can't avoid it. Well, I won't avoid it. I can avoid it by going a different route. To my right is a building, and I'm listening to see when that building ends and when the noise opens up. To my left is a major thoroughfare, but it's early in the morning, so there's not a lot of traffic. And also to my left, because I'm on a sidewalk which is not marked by my feet, and I don't think there's any marking of the sidewalk itself, but if I went straight to my left, I would go straight out into the street. There's no demarcation, there's no curb, there's no grass. To my right is a parking lot, and then straight ahead is a street that Gretchen and I have to cross, and then we have to needle our way through two upright, well, they're things that are cast iron. So I'm going to turn around here and tell what happened, because as I'm showing you the scenery backwards again, going across that, I just have to rely on timing, because with a guide dog you don't have landmarks, and you don't have a cane where you are able to touch things. And when I did have a cane crossing that parking lot right there, there still are no landmarks. So a couple of weeks ago, when I was walking with Gretchen, crossing that parking lot, which I was on the sidewalk, so I was straight from where I am now, a car whipped up into the parking lot, because there are no bumpers, there's no in or out to that little parking lot. People can come in anywhere they want to from the street, and they can exit anywhere they want to. And because the sidewalk is not clearly marked, it's just a bumpy kind of rocks and macadam and concrete all mixed in with the parking lot. So the city just assumes, I think, that you'll kind of be able to see your surroundings and know where to go. So anyway, Gretchen and I were coming in this direction like we always do, and I just kind of say a prayer and walk forward and hope that we can get across that parking lot and get to our landmark, which is the street. It goes down, and then I can tell where the street is going to cross. But a car whipped in. It actually blocked the sidewalk perpendicular to where we were, and it was idling. And so Gretchen and I had to stop short. We just had to stop. We halted. Otherwise, I would have plowed into their back corner panel. Now, the driver, whoever it was trying to get back out onto this main thoroughfare, but they sat and they sat and they sat. I don't know if they were on their cell phone. Maybe this looked like a good place to stop their car and talk on the cell phone. But they blocked Gretchen and I was totally disoriented because I had not relied on my timing. I knew I had not spent enough time to go across that parking lot mouth and get to my landmark, which is the cross street, and continue on my journey. So I thought, okay, if I'm standing at this person's back corner panel and they're sitting here idling, facing the main road, they could actually be on the cross street and I might have just spaced out and not kept up with my timing, and I could be standing in the middle of the street. And that just freaks me out to think that I'm in the street. So I quickly backed up maybe 5 or 6 feet, knowing, okay, that's going to get me out of at least one lane of traffic. Then I tapped my app. I tapped Be My Eyes. And a wonderful lady, Ida, came on Be My Eyes. And I said, Ida, I'm kind of in a jam here. I don't know if I'm in the street. She said, you are not in the street. And I said, okay, that's good. Now we can talk. Okay, so she described to me what was all around me. She saw the car that was sitting perpendicular across my sidewalk pathway, and it then just sped off. And then she described to me how to make several steps to the left to get back onto the pathway. And then I had her stay on the phone until I got completely across that parking lot where there are no landmarks, and I had lost my timing. And she got me all the way across, describing everything to me. And then she saw the crosswalk here, and I described to her, as soon as we cross this street, there'll be 2 wrought iron gates that I will thread through. And she said, you know exactly where you are. She kept watching as I crossed the street safely, threaded through the little iron gates, and then I thanked her profusely. It was her very first call, and she really, instead of me being, well, I was panicked. I was really panicked because, again, I thought I was in the middle of the street. And then when I think back, I had done nothing wrong. It's this person who whipped around me, either not seeing me, which to me is so, I just can't imagine how dangerous, because, I mean, 3 more feet, Gretchen and I would have been smashed. Or she didn't recognize me as a person using a guide dog, a seeing eye dog, and that I can't see. So either way, it was not a good driver situation, but Be My Eyes pulled me out of that. And it's the lesson of timing, because again, when you use a guide dog, you're crossing a parking lot or a wide driveway, and you're making a turn of some sort, you really don't have landmarks, and you don't have vision to look around and say, oh yeah, I'm going over in that direction. So that was one of the things I learned at the Seeing Eye, that you have to use timing. And it's not counting steps, because I don't count steps, but I have learned that my timing is so much better. So in, say, 60 seconds, I think that I'm going from one corner to the mid block of the same block. And so within 2 minutes, I'm back again. So that was my lesson, and we were able to do it because there's not much traffic. It's early on Sunday morning, and Gretchen has got a very chilled day, and I've got a very busy day. So I hope everyone has a wonderful, safe, blessed Sunday, and I will talk to you next time, everybody. Bye-bye.